reading for you. This is going to be for about 7 days from whenever you watch this. Now, it was uploaded, but I am doing it in mind for the week of the 9th through the 15th of December, but it really doesn't matter. All energy is fluid, all that, blah, blah, blah. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and you're in for a special treat because out of nowhere, and I never do this, I suddenly feel like doing a Celtic cross, and I grab the good tarot. So I just kind of want to see what with this. Yeah, ten of swords. What do we have? That's the main issue and the challenge. What do we have to cut to be happy? Because we've got guardedness. We've got, in the past, there's guarded. We've got probably a really stubborn partner around, but they're able to keep you in this place. And you have someone else who is a light for you, a beacon for you coming in the near future. I want to be like, I just don't know if I can. There's something significant about the fact that something has to be cut in order to get happiness. King of Air. But we're afraid to do that. Talking about fears and all of that. But when you do, you get... Well, Three of Fire talks about ships coming in, but it's like you get to move freely. You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. 10 of Cups. The outcome is 3 of Rods, the Chariot, and the 10 of Cups. These cards are beautiful. Sometimes I forget how pretty they are. 3 of Rods. That's your final outcome, is the 10 of Cups. You start with the 10 of Swords. I feel like we're talking about going through something that hurt really, really bad, or does hurt, or will hurt, in order to achieve this, like, happy place that you can feel around you, but it's not visible. Yeah, 10 of Swords, to clarify the 10 of Swords. Something has to die. There's an hourglass on here. You're not going to get a chance to keep trying to revitalize this thing. It's like almost like being pushed off a ledge, the Fool. You got to go. But we were guarded from leaving whatever situation this is because you felt like it was a betrayal. I mean, there was probably real love there. You didn't want to... You just wanted to see, right? What happens if I made the wrong judgment? What happens if I leave too soon? What happens if I do this or that? Ace of Rods, 3 of Swords, then they find somebody else. If I leave or I dip, okay, there goes my nose. If I release myself from the situation, what happens when this partner that I'm knowing that I need to cut, what happens when they embrace someone else? I'm gonna die. But will you, though? This person is a block, a 10 of Wands, a 9 of Wands, and they keep you on a teeter-totter for an offer that's not gonna come, but it's like right there, but it's not. It's a mindfuckery. But then they keep coming back like, I'm gonna be this emperor, I'm gonna be this, like, everything, I'm not confused anymore, I'm not, it's all, but it's temptation, all of it. And then it's like re-embodying this place of, no, I have to make cuts in order to have my happiness. But I feel like with the temptation card, whoever this is, they come in and they fucking lay it on thick. if you'll let me have this chance to tempt you again or to do this karmic thing again, it'll be good this time, I swear. And she's all, I don't think it will be. Okay. And then we have this thing that's looming in the future. And the Queen of Fire is a beacon, but it can also be like a spiritual guide, but it can also be just the idea of what might come if you move forward. Because you have this option of maybe a Libra that you haven't, like, if you could choose anybody, you would choose them because they're awesome, I guess. And you want to be able to talk to them freely, but you can't until you move forward. But there's something about them. It doesn't even have to be one specific person, but I think it's the idea of a person, like the one that's balanced, the one that's going to reciprocate, the one that doesn't have all kinds of options, the one that wants to move at a pace that seems normal, right? And so then we try to manifest it. Boom, there it is. We spark the fire. That's where the big change happens. First, the cut happens, okay? And then right away, we start focusing on this change. But, ooh, I was like, ooh, it came out and fell just like that. Suddenly, you get blocked again by the Hierophant and the Empress. Guilt. They might have you might have children by them. And then you immediately feel guilty. But it's not really your guilt. It's guilt that is I don't know. Projected. That's the word I'm looking for. Projected. Then you have this King of Swords. It's like making the cut and then rushing off to go and do the dream thing. Okay? There's a Virgo here who knows that there's happiness on the other side. It might have something to do with a car. I don't know why. So here's the Chariot again. 10 of Coins. You might have to travel to see this person, but you know that they're not going to disappoint. I'm like, I don't know. There's something about them. It's the movement forward that's important. It's just, we were talking about this on our live today. Being able to, like, cross this final karmic test or being able to see past the bullshit, right? In order to get to this thing that's been looming in the air. It's like we can all feel it. It might even be like the survival of the fittest. Okay? For the ones that want to keep on the merry-go-round, they're going to keep getting the same karma. They're going to, when Jupiter and Saturn go in this conjunction or whatever that is about to happen, that's supposed to be a big deal on the 14th. Jupiter is the one that brings the gifts, but Saturn is the one that decides what you deserve, basically. It's like the one that teaches you the lessons. And so here you are. I feel like everybody in this week ahead is being like forced to have these like awakenings. Right? Because you have like this, I don't know if it's a seductress or what, seductor. But I want to be like, it's the March of the Oliphants. We stay on track. I feel like someone here is able to stand alone. Like, even though there's sparks and there might be family involved or whatever, I just feel like someone is able to defeat, like, the Bowser of karmic tests. So can we talk about what the 10 of Cups winds up being? And there's that Libra card again. But Libra talks about, like, harmonious relationships. Here's Neptune. It's, see? Soulmate. Queen of Air, which to me is Libra, but this says Aquarius. Here you have this perfectly designed relationship. But it doesn't come overnight. I want to be like, Rome wasn't built in a night. But now, and I think that might be why I was like, I need to lay out a Celtic cross. And I think the reason is because I needed a roadmap. Maybe that was a very Virgo thing about what I just did just now. It needed to be organized. You know, I had to set this up in a way that I was going to be able to follow a path and get to where I need to go in order to see what is coming and what I can see. And that's why you have the chariot like fucking 4 times at the end there, is what you can see in the near future. What's coming towards you is, in fact, happiness. But we know now that the way in order to get there is to have this cut. You have to make cuts all over town. And one of them I feel like is really going to hurt. Because that was the one, if you could pick, right? But there is another. That's my point. You can feel it. It's just sad. Okay? That's all I have for you, Virgo. Tune in just a minute to see Taurus, and then we'll be done with the Earth sign for today. Until next time, bye.